And the pitching matchup today featured the A's right-hander Seth Etherton and the Indians righty Jake Westbrook. And the A's had a chance to break through in the top of the first inning, as with 2 out, Chavez doubled and Hatterberg walked, but Dan Johnson applied to deep left center to end the rally, or the possibility of the A's scoring. Meanwhile, in the bottom of the first, Etherton retired the side 1-2-3, but the Indians got rolling with their offense in the bottom of the second, with Ben Broussard leading off. The 2-2 pitch, breaking ball, stroked to right field. Swisher went in, now goes back. It's over his head and off the top of the wall, and cruising at his second with a double is Ben Broussard. I don't think Nick was going to catch the ball anyway. He was fooled by it, came in initially, but the ball actually almost got out. Hit right off the top of the fence in dead right field. And the 14th double this year for Ben Broussard. He got a breaking ball. And after Victor Martinez bounced back a first, when Dan Johnson made a nice play, Broussard was at third with 1 out. Jody Garrett walked, and then the red-hot Ronnie Belliard came up. Pitch to Belliard is swung on a drive to deep left center field. Kotze going back, it's playable. He makes the catch. Tagging from third, Broussard scores. Getting back to first is Garrett. A deep sac fly by Ronnie Belliard, and it's 1-0 Cleveland. The A's went down 1-2-3 in the second and third. In the fourth, they had a chance with 1 out. Hatterberg singled and Dan Johnson walked, but then Burns popped out and Scudero bounced out as the Tribe looked to increase its margin in the bottom of the fourth inning. Victor Martinez led off with a double. Jody Garrett then singled. Belliard struck out, and Alex Cora was up with 2 on and 1 away.
2-2 the count. The crowd roaring, trying to encourage Alex Cora on, and the pitch is lined to right center. Way back, and it's over the head of Kotze all the way to the wall. Scoring easily from third base is Martinez. Garrett right behind him all the way to third. A stand-up triple for Alex Cora. 2 runs in, and the Tribe now on top 3-0.
The Tribe looking to make it 4-0 as Jose Hernandez, the number 9 hitter, stepped in.
And the 1-2 to Hernandez is a bouncer down the third base line. Chavez gloves it. Is it foul? It's fair. Throw to first. And they got Hernandez, but the run scored. Did Chavez feel like he had no shot at the plate? Was that it?
I think it was because of the angle. I think he had time to get the out, but he didn't have an angle to get the out.
He was right on the line,
right,
or even on the foul side of the line. You're right, and he had no angle to get the runner coming in from third, Cora.
The A's would score their only run today only run off Jake Westbrook in the 6th inning. The A's were trailing 4-0 going to the 6th. Ellis led off with a single. Chavez walked. Hatterberg with a well-hit ball to left center, but left fielder Jody Garrett made a nice semi-diving catch. And so the A's had 2 on and 1 out, and Dan Johnson, just up from AAA, playing in his 3rd big league game. Now with runners at first and second. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Dan Johnson. A line drive, base hit left field, his first major league hit. Ellis to third. They'll hold him there as Garrett plays it back to the infield, and the A's have the bases loaded on Dan Johnson's first hit in the big league. And a good job of hitting going the other way on Jake Westbrook. And so the A's had the bases loaded in 1 out, a chance for a big inning. Eric Burns was the next hitter. Westbrook set, checks the runners, working from the stretch. The 0-1 pitch is hit to deep left field. Garrett going back. It's playable. That'll score the run. He makes the catch. Ellis tags from third to score. The other runners hold. It's a sac fly to left by Burns, and the A's are on the board. 4-1 Cleveland. After Scudero bounced to short, the A's had to settle for 1. They were trailing 4-1 going to the bottom of the 6th inning. Seth Etherton still on the mound for the Athletics as the Indians look to seize the momentum change. Here's the pitch to Martinez. Driven to deep right field, way back in the corner. Swisher is going to watch, and it is gone. And that ball was killed. 5-1 Cleveland. About 25 feet fair in right field. Number 3 this year for Victor Martinez. Etherton got the next batter, Jody Garrett, to pop out. He walked Belliard and then left the game after going 5 1/3, charged with 5 hits and 5 runs. Juan Cruz got the last 2 outs in the 6th inning, and Cruz retired the side with little problem in the 7th inning, although Blake reached on a throwing error by Chavez, but Blake eventually was thrown out at third on the caught stealing to end that bottom of the 7th. And so the Indians led 5-1 going to the bottom of the 8th inning. The A's felt, Ken Maka felt that Houston Street needed to get into the ball game today, Street having pitched just one time since Sunday. And immediately in the 8th inning, Ben Broussard led off with a double against Street. Victor Martinez flied out, walks to Garrett and Belliard, and that brought Alex Cora to the plate. Houston delivers, and it's swung on at a high fly ball, medium center field. Kotsay lining it up, Broussard tagging, Kotsay the catch. Here's the throw to the plate, cut off by Johnson. They throw to second, they get the out there. The run did score in time. Broussard tagging from third, scoring on the sac fly, trying to advance with Belliard, but the throw was cut off by Dan Johnson, and the A's get the out at second. So that's the final out of the 8th inning. The Indians get a run, and after 8, Indians 6, Athletics 1. 8-3-4 on the scoring on that final out in the 8th. The A's would get one run off Matt Miller, who wound up with a save in the contest. A wild pitch plating Scudero from third in the 9th after Marco had led off that 9th inning with a 2-base hit, and that made the final score Cleveland 6 and the A's 2. A's looking to turn things around when they get home and do something about the 8-game losing streak, as the A's will host Tampa Bay at 6:05 tomorrow night. Robert Vaughn will have the scoreboard when the A's post